Hello, this is Nicky Horn, and with me now on Live from London is Steve Marriott. Steve,
hello, mate.
Welcome. It's good to see you.
Yeah.
Let me start, if I may, talking about your early career, because you started life as a child actor. Can you tell us how you got involved in all that?
My mum got me involved in that. I had a ukulele, and I used to sort of play skiffle or whatever. I was only a nipper about that at all. I haven't got much bigger now.
Makes two.
Yeah, I used to go around the bus queues begging, or anywhere I could, you know. And it came to light afterwards that Lionel Bart, who wrote the show Oliver, which I was auditioning for, had actually seen me do all that. And while waiting for his bus, no doubt, I've no idea. But Lionel told me later that he knew all about it, and there's something to do with my family as well that he knew of that I didn't know anything about. Went for the audition, done Oh Boy, and that was my new hobby had just begun. That was it.
Because you then became the Artful Dodger in Oliver, and
well,
you were going to the Italian Conti, which is a theatrical school.
Oh, well, no, listen, I'm not posh. The only reason I did that was because my school burnt down, which I got the blame for. My mother still got the cuttings from that, but I had no choice. I had to go to a drama school. But it was good, though.
Why? Because no other school would have you?
That's right. No, it was right, because there's a little picture of me dressed as the Artful Dodger. It says Little Chicago Burns in the Stratford Express, and that was my lot. And the thing that was good, though, I was one of the rough kids there, because Italia Conti is full of rejects, like Eton rejects, or, you know, walk around with plums in their mouth, and they don't really do a lot. But someone like me that was working all the time to pay his fees off, I was working all the time, so you get petty jealousies. We used to beat all these posh kids up for their sweets. You know, it was me and a geezer from Tulse Hill, and we'd give us your sweets, you know, and they'd have to, of course.
A great training ground, obviously, for going into rock and roll. So, how did you start in music? What led you from the stage to music?
Well, I got fed up with it. I mean, it's all right when you're a kid acting, you know what I mean, but there's not much of a future in it. I was hip enough at that age to see when I was 16 I was going to be in a lot of trouble, or 17, because there's a lot of kids of that. When you're 13, 12, and you've got a lot of mouth or whatever, you can get these sort of parts. They're written for you, but I could see a lot of trouble, and I was already, you know, messing about with little bands like the Moonlights doing Shadow Steps and all that sort of stuff. Although I tried to turn them onto Muddy Waters, and not much effect at that point in time. Yeah. But and that's about it. I just got fed up with acting. I really did. So hanging about the sets for hours on end.
So the Small Faces, where does that come? I mean, how did you get involved with them?
Well, I got them fired from the band they were in. See, Ronnie Lane, I used to work in a music shop in the East End. Ronnie Lane came in and I sold him a bass, met his dad, and he said, "Why don't you come and have a sing with us?" I said, "I'm a singer, out of work singer." Usual load of wallop, you know. And we went down some pub in Bermondsey that night, but his band was called the Outcasts. They were quite good. Kenny Jones was in that band, Ronnie and Kenny, and they had a regular gig at this Bermondsey pub. Well, me thinking I was Jerry Lee Marriott, started on the piano and ended up jumping on it and smashing it. Consequently, they all got fired. They didn't have a gig no more. And the band broke up because of that, see? So it was my fault again, but Ronnie and Kenny said that, well, might as well stick with him, he's caused the problem. One of those things.
But the Small Faces, the success came, it seems, relatively quickly to the Small Faces. Tin Soldier, Ichiku Park, the immediate label, I mean, the explosion, the music explosion was then happening. Did you feel as if you were part of, you know, that British movement at that time, which was terribly strong? Yeah, we were. There's no doubt about it. Although, at the time, we were a bit too intoxicated by it to realise what was going on. I mean, only in retrospect can you see it was a whole British explosion or movement or whatever. At the time, you know, you were too busy trying to sort of think of what you could record next, or seeing if Ronnie could write the next single or something. You didn't really analyse it too much. How did success change you? I mean, what life before?
Well,
what was that like?
I stopped going to Woolworths and I went to British Home Stores. That's about it. It didn't. I don't think it really did. It frightened me. You know, I mean,
how?
Well, when you've had a few drinks and whatever, and you're playing like this, and there's a bunch of kids all squashed up against wire mesh fences screaming at you, that frightens you, because it's got nothing to do with really what you wanted to do. What you wanted to do was play music and have appreciation for that, instead of your bum wiggling, which is basically what it was all about, all the little girls. Once the geezers go off you, the little girls come onto you, and that's frightening, because all of a sudden then you're doing gigs where bouncers are wearing knuckle dusters and punching little girls in the mush and all that. There's a frightening aspect to it. That it wasn't... It frightened us anyway. I think our feet were on the ground. It wasn't as if we got carried away by it, and we couldn't have a go at these big geezers for doing it, or they'd hit us and all carried away in a moment.
Right.
You know?
Well, then, of course, there was Humble Pie, which was an enormous success, especially in America. that's where you really broke. What was it like in those early days, going to the States as being part of the seminal sort of British band?
It was hard work, there was no doubt about it. I mean, you didn't go over there on the crest of a wave. In fact, we went over there and come in the back door, third on the bill, little dives and what have you, you know, and watching great acts, really great acts like Santana when they first formed, and Johnny Winter when he was first having a go. And we came in through that back door and had to work our way up, which I think is the best way we could have done it. See, we were being called a supergroup at the time, and we'd had one hit record, I think, Natural Born What's Name, and that was it. You know, we thought, well, if we carry on like this, there's only one place for us to go, and it's down, because we didn't have to work our way up. Do you understand?
Yeah.
It was taken, it was a supergroup bloody blue, and we all know how long that lasts. So we literally went to America to earn our, make our bones, if you like, and become a band. We didn't even know if we were any good, you know what I mean? Bleeding it record, we didn't even, we didn't warrant it, you know, so we went over there and did some hard slog.
Now, you must have stories about some of the gigs that you've done in the States. I mean, some of the far-flung places.
Oh yeah, there's some far-flung places, all right. One of the horriblest stories was with the Who, but this was in the Faces. In New Zealand, we got a little uncontrollable, and I think it was my 21st birthday, as it happens, in New Zealand, and they brought the police in to control us in the hotel because we'd gone a bit divvy. And we ended up playing, you know, I'll tell you how it started. We had a little record player EMI had given to me, and it didn't work. It fed back into itself, so Mooney aimed it out the window. See? So Wiggy, John Wolfe, who then worked for you, ran down the stairs, got it back up all in its bits, and out it went again. Everything followed it out the window. So I'm giving you an example of how out of order it was. So EMI gave me a big setup then, because obviously I was unhappy with a little one. They gave me a big one, and Booker T, like we're going for it, and the police come in. We've got their helmets on, they're, you know, as a note, and they bring the army in after that, because the police can't control us. I mean, they're enjoying themselves. So they bring the army in with bolt loaders outside everyone's door. You look, get back in that door, sonny. Did that. And in the meantime, I bought a lovely Gibson. It must have been the only Gibson in New Zealand. Lovely guitar it was. And the toe rags had it sprayed pink with gold lame Marriott on the top, so I couldn't use it, so I let Townsend smash it that night. You know, stories like that, but I mean, they're not very clever, but they were fun at the time.
Of course. I mean, rock and roll, for you, I think, has always been fun. I mean, it hasn't actually lost its appeal, has it?
Never. No, well, it's all I do. And if you can't take the mickey out yourself, and other people, if they can't take it, I'm sorry, but they're quite welcome to have a go at me and all.
Well, so let's talk about, you know, your current band that you've got that we're about to see.
Packet of Three?
Yeah, Packet
Well, you know
of
I'm
Three.
not taking it too serious.
Well, we won't explain that joke to people out in Europe and the other far-flung places. But I mean, you're still working very hard.
Yeah.
The band is getting very good reviews. I mean, do you ever see yourself just going on stage one day and saying, I can't take this anymore?
No.
That's it.
The only way I could do that if you were surrounded by people that weren't interested. If the band itself were mercenary, or you know, that were only doing it for the money, which you know, the people that 99% of the people I've ever worked with aren't like that. They do it because they enjoy it as much as me, and that's the camaraderie that comes out of it. That would be the way. If the people themselves went into it, of course I'd start this and I'd put my guitar down, that'd be that. But I'd go and form another band, wouldn't I? You know, I mean, that's the way you do it.
Well, as far as rock and roll is concerned, you've done more than most. Is there any ambition that you still have left?
Oh, I haven't really got any, I'll be honest with you. I haven't really got any. The bit of ambition is not in my mouth, you know what I mean? But what I would like to do is hang about a bit longer and continue doing what I'm doing, so I'm still having fun at it. And hopefully there'll be some youngsters that can look at it and maybe get something off of it. You know, I mean, that's not a too big-headed way of looking at it, but you must have something to offer them. Yeah. You know, whether it's lessons in vocal or guitar or good drummers or whatever. I mean, Jerry Shirley, who's playing with me at the moment, has been with me for years. I mean, he's one of the best there is. So if there's a young aspiring drummer, while that guy's on the stage, you can still look and see what's going on. That's the thing. And once us old sods get lost in the shuffle, it's a shame. You know?
Yeah. Well, rock and roll is still alive and well in Steve Marriott, and congratulations on just becoming a daddy for the second time.
Thank you.
Steve, best of luck to you.
Thank you, Nicky.
Thanks a lot.
next song was a humble pie song. Yeah. Got a big nose, this Mike, innit? And Jerry, the drummer, helped me write it. It's called I'm a Fool for a Pretty Face, and I hope you like it. Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, you tell me you want this old Jimmy Reed tune for you. All right, mate? Look, that beard and half look nice. Can I have a bit? Here we go. It's a Small Faces song I wrote called All or Nothing.
I thought you'd listen to my reasoning, but now I see you don't hear a thing. half of you, oh baby. You know how I would if I only could. I can't love all of the pain, all of the pain, ooh yeah, all of the pain for me.
She had the love. She had the love. No, 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 no. I ain't lying. This bitch had the nerve to put this bald-headed, fat little motherfucking has-been down. Take it home, baby. Thank you very much. Mr. Pitiful. It's how I got my fame. How can I feel you? Oh yeah, yeah. Make man feel so low. I'm in Mr. Pitiful. I lost someone just like you. All right, 30 days to hold. 30 days in a hole. 30 days in a hole. 30 days in a hole.
love.